Hello. This video is going to demonstrate via role play the therapeutic intervention of mindfulness. And I will be visiting with a client who's currently experiencing some anxiety and self-doubt. And the role play will demonstrate how mindfulness can be used to try to alleviate those symptoms. Hello, Jane. It's nice to see you again.
Hi, it's
Come
good
on
to
in.
see you
Have a
again.
seat. So how have things been going since our last visit?
Well, I think it's been better.
Yeah, I sense a little bit of hesitation. Tell me what's going on.
Well, mainly it seems to be at night is when I get most anxious.
Okay, so lots of anxiety in the evenings. Have you been doing the journaling that we've been talking about?
Yeah, and I think that helps because if I wait and do it at night instead of in the morning like I started at first, if I kind of just calm myself down, the journaling helps to get my thoughts on paper so that they're not just dragging me down, I guess.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm glad that you've been working on that, but it seems like you're still struggling a little bit with the anxiety, which can be really forward thoughts. You're thinking forward and you're worrying about things that are in the future that haven't happened yet. And I have a technique that I think will be helpful for that, and it's called mindfulness. Have you ever heard of that?
Now, I don't, I'm a Christian, so I don't want anything to do with Buddhism or anything like that.
Well, mindfulness and meditation are similar. Meditation is the Buddhist practice that does involve mindfulness, and it involves spirituality and other Buddhist principles. But the mindfulness itself is more of a westernized version of meditation in that you're not bringing in any kind of spirituality or specific ethics or tenets. What you're doing is you're taking your own thoughts and you're acknowledging them, and you're being compassionate to yourself. And that's really what mindfulness is about. So it's only your thoughts. I'm not going to put anything in your head, but if you're comfortable, we can walk through it right now together, and at any point you're able to tell me that you'd like to stop. And this is also something that you can try on your own to kind of just help to ground you in the present and avoid some of that forward-thinking anxiety. So is that something you think you might want to try?
Well, if you think it'll help, I'll try.
I do think it would help, and I believe in your ability to practice it on your own on occasion as well. Okay? All right, so in order to do the mindfulness, one of the most important things is to get started right, and in order to do that, you're going to want to get in a comfortable position. You're going to want to plant your feet on the ground and lean back in the chair where you can relax fully. And then you'll place your hands in your lap. You can have them face down or face up, whichever is more comfortable for
Take
you.
my glasses off.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Okay.
All right. And some people choose to close their eyes. It's not necessary. It's up to you, whatever makes you comfortable, okay?
Okay.
All right, so what we're going to do first is just take a deep breath and try and clear your mind of any thoughts. Now, thoughts are not a bad thing. In mindfulness practice, some people think that you have to have your mind devoid of thoughts in order to meditate, and that's not true. So what we're going to do is just try to clear our mind while we breathe, but then we're going to focus in a moment. So just take a few breaths, deep cleansing breaths. In and out. And now, as you continue to take the cleansing breaths, pay attention to your feet on the floor. Notice the way your body feels in the chair, the points of pressure. Relax the tension in your shoulders and neck. Now pay close attention to your breath. whether it be in your abdomen as you breathe in and out, or your chest, or your nostrils. And if a thought comes into your mind, gently acknowledge it, accept it without judgment, and then bring yourself back to a focus on your breath. In and out. Pay attention to any more thoughts that come into your mind. Gently acknowledge, accept without judgment, and bring yourself back to the focus on your breathing. In this time, you're kind to yourself, you're compassionate to yourself. I want you to think about a person or a pet or a place that you love. And think about kind things that you would say to or about that place or person or pet. And gently say those words to yourself. And when you're ready, you can come back to our conversation and leave the mindful state when you're ready. What did you think of that?
Well, that was kind of nice because I relax best at the beach.
Oh, nice.
So I was picturing myself at the beach at the end when you said a place that is relaxing.
Nice. And to me, the beach is almost like breathing in and out as the waves come and kiss the sand.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So, did you have any thoughts come into your mind that you acknowledged?
Mm-hmm.
Were those the kind of thoughts that you have on a regular basis, the intrusive thoughts that are bringing you the self-doubt?
No, I was just, at this time, since I wasn't used to this process, it was just what was going on around me in the room.
I see. Okay.
But I was able to put them aside this time. And
So you didn't feel anxious about anything?
No. I didn't.
That's great.
So if I can, it was sort of like practice. If I can do that with just the things that are going on in the room, then maybe I can do it with the things that I feel anxious about when I'm trying to go to sleep at night.
Well, the bird clock went off in the middle of the practice.
Mm-hmm.
Did it bother you?
No, not really. I thought because I find it calming. I thought it
That's
was
nice.
calming too.
Good.
I acknowledged it.
That's exactly why I asked, because
Yeah.
I wanted to know if you acknowledged the thought about the clock going off and then you were able to return to the breath.
Yeah.
So do you think this is something that you could do on your own along with the journaling that might be beneficial to you?
I'm willing to try it.
So you felt comfortable that this was not any kind
Oh,
of an
no.
intrusion
Yeah.
on your
I
Christianity?
wasn't worried about that.
Okay, that's great. Well, I'm glad that we got the opportunity to work on this, and I would love to hear about any instances that you practice mindfulness in the next month and before I see you next time.
Okay, I'll put it in my journal.
Thank you so much.